This might be a little bit complicated. Thank you. Yep, we are Dive Solutions. What we do is fluid simulation, and we provide that as a software as a service solution. So first question is, what the heck is fluid simulation for? Of course. And I want to show you that using that airplane. It's actually a paper plane, of course. So I can make that fly. It's maybe built pretty bad. But the whole idea of building a paper plane is that maybe we will have 20 ideas over here in that room to build better paper planes than that one. And I'm pretty sure we can make them all fly, 20 of those. See which one flies best, maybe a curve, maybe a looping, whatever it is. But what we cannot do is build 20 real airplanes and see which one flies and which one hits the ground. So this is what simulation is used for. And simulations like those can be done today. This is what engineers use today frequently. But most cases cannot be simulated. Nevertheless, different industries are using fluid simulation to improve their products and reduce development time. Automotive industry, aerospace, consumer goods, these are the markets that we are focusing on, but there are also others, like maritime systems, shipbuilders, for example, energy, chemical, and process. Fluids are everywhere. This is something you really need to understand. And how simulation is done today is using those grids. So you have a problem like a breaking wave and you put a grid on it. So you can imagine yourself, those grids can be very complicated, especially when the geometries get much more complicated than this. And even if the wave breaks into itself, the whole system destroys itself. It just fails. We developed a technology which allows us to simulate those, for example, breaking waves using just particles. There is no meshing process. The whole preparation of such a software is much easier, and you can simulate even most complex situations like one of those. And to introduce a very exotic example, I want to introduce to you Henry. Henry is actually a vacuum cleaner. You can buy that one. And Henry needs to be safe from water. Of course, when your children spill water over Henry, Henry should survive that attack. And this is something that is tested very late in the process. So, for example, you can have an IPX test. This is how it is called. And you can find those actually also on Amazon. Not only for vacuum cleaners, also for dishwashers, washing machine, whatever it is. And with our technology, you can simulate that. And this is just one example of so many. So, for example, you can test that very early in the development process to see if this process is working fine for Henry. So Henry is safe. And this is just one example. There are many others like gearbox simulations. Fluids are everywhere, something you really need to understand from that pitch. So when talking about fluid simulation, next thing is, of course, how would we provide that to our customers? And what we do is we use software as a service. You can take, for example, that QR code, if you like, and have a look at our prototype. So actually, when you should remember something about Dive Solutions, it's two things. It's, of course, the particle-based simulation, but at the same time, the engineering software as a service solution. And what are the benefits? I will show you that a little later. First, particle-based simulation allows engineers to simulate things they were not able to simulate until today. Second, the setup of those simulations is a lot easier since you don't have to do those creepy, kind of very complicated mesh generation techniques. You just put particles in it and then you start the simulation. And as soon as you start it, the engineering SaaS part comes in and you will be able to click to be 10 times faster with your simulation. So you get 10 times faster results from your simulation. And access everywhere. Just use the QR code and you will have access. So as an engineer, you can show that to your team in UK, to your team in India, whatever it is, they can just access that simulation and have a look at it in 3D on their iPhone, on their iPad, wherever they are. So to build up that particle-based technology, over $1 million has been spent through research, industrial and also scientific research. And we had amazing first customers in the first year we had. So we were able to prove the quality of our product, to prove the quality of our technology. Next is we have received and signed funding of over $1 million already. So on the whole path to that stage, so to speak, we won also several awards, which we are very glad to. But actually, this has been an amazing first year, I think. But For this summer, we're looking for something special. We want to provide the software to our customers directly. They should use it in our beta. So we have amazing first customers, and I would be glad to talk to you about that. So if you want to remember anything about Dive Solutions, first remember me. I'm Pierre Zabrowski, CEO. And we are doing particle-based simulation, providing it through software as a service, and we're looking for invest. So please enjoy the conference. Looking forward to have a talk. Bye-bye.